So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Chief Doug Mcgowen for further comments about the vaccine campaign efforts.
Thank you, David. Chief Doug Mcgowen, representing the Joint Task Force today. I just wanted to talk a little bit about vaccines. So I covered a little bit of this last week, but I'll talk today just in general terms, and then I'll get into some specifics. The City of Memphis assumed responsibility for the distribution and inventory of the vaccines on Tuesday, the 23rd. At that time, we were transferred over just a little under 50,000 vaccines. We had about 19,000 that we received during that week that were added into the inventory, and that's what we began the work with. We began sourcing the sites the very next morning. In fact, we did 5 sites and about 6,500 doses the very next day. So there was no interruption into the vaccination program. Just a bit about the model that we were able to deliver today. In addition to what the hospitals and clinics are doing, for public pods or points of delivery, we will support up to 6 of those every day. We have 5 fixed sites that we will man every day, with the exception being Monday when the Whitehaven site is not open. So 5 public pods each and every day. The capacity of that is about 34,000 vaccines per week. In addition, we will source a 6th site each day based on demand and based on where we need to hold a pop-up pod so that we can flexibly meet the demands of the community. This week, it has been at the commodity food site on Tuesdays and Thursdays where seniors get their food. That becomes the 6th site. We also have several other facilities that are that 6th site this week where we are delivering vaccine, and that will continue into the future. I do want to say that on Friday of last week, we sourced up to 11 separate sites on one day, including 2 Shelby County school sites and 2 sites for municipal schools, in addition to a site at a local church, in addition to the other 5 pods that we were doing. So that was a pretty robust day for us. Just a little bit about what we did last week. Together with the hospital systems last week, we delivered 41,225 vaccines to individuals. That's the number of people that were vaccinated in total from Monday to Sunday last week. And this week it will be a slightly smaller number because we're not doing the mass vaccinations for the schools. How we set our schedule is based on the inventory that we receive, and our county has been receiving about 13,700 doses. That's new first doses each and every week. That's been relatively consistent for the last 2 weeks and will be for next week as well. We get about the same number of second doses that come to us to support those second dose vaccinations. All told, after we took the inventory on board last week, after we delivered those, some 33,000 vaccinations through our public pod sites this week, the City of Memphis began with about 45,000 total doses in our inventory. We have 34,000 appointments scheduled this week, and we anticipate that we'll probably get about 31,000 of those doses into arms. Unfortunately, we still have about 10% of people who are scheduling an appointment and are not showing up, so we're making some adjustments to accommodate that.